Charles Dickens wrote, "What greater gift than the love of a cat?" And our next guest certainly understands all of that and so much more.
Well, Dan Jaffe is the president of Cat's Pride. His company has been helping folks care for their cats and thinking outside of the litter box
Very creative.
for more than 80 years. Yeah.
Hannah Shaw, she is a Cat's Pride spokesperson, a cat welfare expert, and humane educator.
Thank you both for being here this morning.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for having us.
So Dan, I was reading here, you are a third generation at the company, and by the way, welcome back to the Balancing Act. This is something that your family truly take to heart, very passionate. Tell me the backstory.
It's really a great American story. I mean, my grandfather started the business in 1941, and the company's parent name is Oil Dry, and it was to take oil off garage floors, and that's what we did for about 7 years. Then in 1948, our largest Midwestern distributor, a gentleman by the name of Ed Lowe, came to my grandfather and said, "Can you put it in 5-pound bags? I want to call it kitty litter. And I'm going to try and replace sand and start an industry." So our clay was the first one in there. And within 10 years, he got his own production. And so then we launched Cat's Pride in around 1958.
That's amazing.
You know, Dan, Cat's Pride's innovation and high-quality products have been improving the lives of cats for cats and cat families and cat parents for a long time. Why don't you tell us a little about it?
We are very dedicated to continuous improvement. So much so we have 2 different labs, one named after my grandfather, one named after my father. And our team of scientists are not only passionate about the science behind cat litter, but they're also cat lovers. And so they figure out, we listen to our consumers, what do they need? Less odor control, no dust, no tracking, things like that. And then we do everything we can to deliver those benefits.
And also lightweight as well, I hear.
So we are proud, we are the inventors of lightweight litter, and you'd say, well, why does that matter? Well, it matters for a bunch of reasons. First of all, cat owners use cat litter by volume. They fill to 2 or 3 inches. They don't take their tray and put it on a scale. Nobody does that. You fill to a depth. Right. So if you can deliver that volume with less weight, you're really doing 2 very important things. First of all, it's easier for them to get it home. Instead of a 30-pound pail, it's a 15-pound pail. Yet, same size pail, same fills. But what people don't realize is you're only allowed to put 40,000 pounds on a truckload. So if you are twice as dense, you're getting half the number of units on a truckload. So our cat litter actually allows you to cut the carbon footprint by almost in half.
That is a huge deal. All right, so I know how passionate you are, Hannah. I know you have 3 or 4 cats.
I have 4 cats
4
and
cats.
a rotation of foster kittens.
I love it. So you're the expert. What drew you to the brand? And tell me just about the passion you have as well.
Sure. So I'm a cat welfare professional, and I do a lot of work to help animal shelters save the lives of cats. I do a lot of educational initiatives, a lot of program development, and Cat's Pride is such a natural partner for me because they have the same passion for cat welfare. When I'm looking for a product for my cats, I obviously want the best thing for my cats, but I also want products that align with my values and my dedication to helping animals in shelters. The other thing is, when you were talking about the odor control, I host a lot of dinner parties. I like having people over, and I think a lot of people kind of think if you have cats, your house is gonna have
It's the first thing I think of. Oh my gosh, it's gonna smell when I walk into this person's house.
Sure, yeah, and a lot of people have that concern, which of course, for me, that perception kind of is harmful to cats if people don't want to adopt a cat because they have this concern, right? But I have to tell you, like, people come to my house and they're like, "Don't you have cats?" Because there's no smell. And I think that's
a big deal.
It's a big deal for me. It's nice for the cats, but it's also just nice for cat welfare. So I think that's one of the things that I love about Cat's Pride is you guys are actually making it easier for people to have cats.
I really felt like we were meant to find each other because your passion is our passion, and it's all around saving cats. It really is.
Well, you brought some products here with you today, right?
We did.
Okay, let's go take a look at it.
Let's go take a look at them.
Okay, great.
We'll follow you guys.
Fun.
I'm so interested to see all this. Lots of changes that have happened with cat litter, so take it away.
This total odor control is like my OG. I've been using this one for years, so when I tell you that this is the one that has helped me be able to have house guests with confidence, this is definitely that one. And then this one is the value size
Correct.
that you guys started doing, which is awesome.
Yep, they can bring even more home. And we do a lot of customer research, and our customers are telling us loud and clear that they've noticed that their cats don't wash their paws after they go to the bathroom, which means they have the potential of dragging whatever throughout
All
the
over the
house.
house.
So we are very proud. We are the first and only EPA-approved cat litter that kills 99.9% of odor-causing bacteria. We mine the clay specifically and formulate it so that it does that. But now it's just like they're using, they're cleaning their paws before they.
Adorable.
That's great.
Yep, so that's good.
Fantastic. And this right here?
This is the latest member of the Cat's Pride family, the ultimate in lightweight. And look at it, it actually is, it's sparkly.
You would never guess that this is litter.
Honestly, it's like the most beautiful litter I've ever seen, which I didn't even know that beauty was a thing that could be associated with litter, but there it is.
And this is the absorbency test. Right?
It is.
Let's see.
So you can see
my
it
goodness.
just completely absorbs it. And what you do is, it's a two-step process. And number one is you scoop the poop. So out comes the poop.
Okay.
And then you just stir to activate the crystals.
You don't have to scoop the water part out?
Nope, not at all. It traps them in the crystals, and ultimately it'll last for at least 30 days, but we just go with one bag, one cat, 1 month.
There's also scented and unscented, correct?
Correct, and you can just see the cleanliness and no dust and no tracking and so forth.
I was reading here, Dan, this is really sad. 3 million cats enter shelters each year, and fewer than half will ever find a home. Now, this is something that's near and dear to your heart, right, Hannah?
Yeah, so finding homes for cats is such a priority for people like me and like Dan. I work with shelters all throughout the United States, and they're operating with limited resources. Think about 3 million cats, how much litter shelters have to go through. And that is why I love the Litter for Good program with Cat's Pride. They donate, for every single package of litter sold, they're donating a pound of litter to shelters. And I see it in practice because I'm working with these shelters, and they're so grateful because, that litter doesn't just represent care for the cats, it also represents budget being opened up for important things like spay and neuter, community programs, and those adoptions. So it's a huge, huge gift to the cats.
And Dan, you guys are really committed to that. I mean, Cat's Pride cares about those numbers, 3 million.
Very much so. What gave us the idea for the Litter for Good program was I've been involved in the Anti-Cruelty Society in Chicago for over 30 years, and because of that involvement, we've always donated cat litter to them, and they kept telling me how important it is. It frees up all these dollars to do other things to save cats. And so we decided, let's donate to our customers' favorite shelters, not just mine. And so that's what we do. And now since 2018, we've donated over 45 million pounds of cat litter, to shelters throughout the United States.
That's a lot of love.
It's a lot of love, and a lot of cats have found homes because of it.
That's fantastic. Dan and Hannah, I know April is a very special month. Love that lasts. Tell me more about it.
So what's going to happen is, instead of just 1 pound donated per package, we're going to donate
3 pounds per package. So this is really big, and I love the timing with April because kitten season is the time of year where there's a huge influx of cats and kittens entering shelters. It starts in April. So this is the time of year where shelters need volunteers, they need foster parents, they need donations. What an amazing time for Cat's Pride to triple their donation and give even more litter to the cats.
I love it. Love that last. That's fantastic.
And yeah, I know you're very busy on social media and stuff like that. Where can people go if they want to get more information from you?
Sure, so people can find me at Kitten Lady or at kittenlady.org. You can find my educational resources, my books and videos and things like that. Learn how to take care of kittens.
Great handle for you. I love that. And Dan, for our viewers who'd like more information on Cat's Pride, where can they go?
catspride.com. And I encourage everyone to join the Cat's Pride Club for free, because then they get to direct the 1 and 3 pound donations to a shelter that's passionate or important to them.
Love it.
And of course, our viewers can always go to our website, thebalancingAct.com, to get more information. Thank you guys so much for being here today and being a part of the show. Really, thanks for what you do.
Thank you.
For sure.
Great awareness.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great awareness. This is really important. Let me look at this. Come on. Would you?